Okay, okay. So I had to come home and I had to immediately get started on this video because I made another video. Um, you can go watch it. The thumbnail says like mega twat or something like that, right? You should go watch it, but I'm gonna recap that video for you. There's this fucking person in there. The person I talk about, her name is actually no. Getting ahead of myself. Uh, we were mutuals on Twitter and we were in a group chat. And like a month ago, the topic of Murder Drones, the show she really likes, she's a fucking Murder Drones fan, go figure. But anyway, the topic of Murder Drones came up, right? so, and I just said that I didn't like the show and that I thought it was lackluster, right? Or the writing was lackluster. And for a fuck, and you're not gonna believe me when I say this, but for a fucking month after that, she actually like it bugged her that I said that. I mean, we had this big bullshit. Hold on. Uh, I'm gonna log into Clipchamp and I'm gonna show you the conversation we had because like I just need to read it off. Like, fuck it. Like I'm not just gonna reroute you to the mega twat video, and there's no short story. I'm gonna go into the entire thing, because I need to let someone has to know, right? And I need to save a lot of the stuff going on in it. So I'll be right back. Okay, okay. I got into Clipchamp because that's for some reason the only way that I can like show what I'm looking at and not just like an image like I usually do. But okay. I need to start like it's good. I'm getting ahead of myself. I keep getting ahead of myself. You notice that? Anyways, so this person, solver worker sin, just comes out of nowhere. I haven't even been in this group chat for like I don't even know like a while before she just started up with this crap again, right? So, anyways, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I say she's fucking crazy. But I'ma be for real. I started to have a bit of a problem. Probably a bit paranoid for some reason. Question mark. With Flowey interacting with posts that I either reposted or stuff in Murder Drones, the show, the shit show we're talking about, right? Um, as in, like, she gets quote unquote paranoid whenever I used to like or repost something she would like a repost, which I don't understand. Whatever. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. Anyways, I know Flowey doesn't like Murder Drones, but let us watch it and be in a fandom we like. And I, by the way, I'm Flowey. If you haven't detected that, this is me, Flowey. You should go follow me on Twitter. I'll plug my shit at the end of the the end of the you get it right. Anyways, I know Flowery. This is a good person. I know Flowery doesn't like Murder Drones, but let us watch him be in a fandom we like. And I give him a thumbs up because he's right, or her a thumbs up because she transitioned, right? And you should go follow this person too, and tell him that Flowey sent you. Anyways, again, Flowey has a history of hating stuff that I like for weeks already. It comes to a point when I just consider Flowey not a friend anymore, and it's fucking amazing because before this, I'm gonna show you like after I'm done here, but before this point, it had been like a week and a half since I talked about how I think the show blows, right? And then before that, it was another 2 weeks where it was brought up at first, where I said that it sucked. So like, in each time the topic gets brought up, it's usually them bringing it up. Okay, like they bring it on themselves. They bring it up out of nowhere, like they did today, and they get pissed off and have something to say. But fuck that. Anyways, and it just let's think about let's unpack this a little bit. Me not liking the stuff, or I'm quote hating. I hate it. I make Murder Drones art. Like I used to be a part of the community, and then I just kind of grew out of it or whatever. I just realized I was better than that, right? But I hate the community, which makes me hate the show, which makes me hate the fact that it exists because every individual in it is a fucking toxic piece of shit. And I might make another video about that sometime this week, by the way. Anyways, again, Flowery has a history of hating stuff that I like for weeks already. It comes to a point when I just considered Flowey not a friend anymore, which is crazy because we've been at this point been mutuals on Twitter for months, right? Like I came up from like 200 followers to like 1,000 something followers, uh, like with this person, and all it takes is me saying that I don't like the show, and it just sticks in their head, lives rent free in their head for weeks. That they have to keep bringing it up out of nowhere, and then getting mad when I keep replying to. Anyways, I just feel incredibly uncomfortable nowadays. I don't know why, even though I just said why. Fucking idiot. This guy says some random crap. The worm says eat dirt, yada yada. Anyway, I get on and I see what they said when I wasn't here, right? Hating stuff I like. I said Murder Jones was mid and lackluster. Let's settle down, right? Which it is. But and then I reply to what Toby Hater said, which you should keep following on Twitter. And I say, wonderful mindset, because it's right. Like this, and I say the sooner Workerson, who you should go troll on Twitter. I'm going to get into that later in the video. The sooner Workerson decides to stop letting a flower whose opinions don't align roll off their back, the sooner they can be happier. And I say that I like murder drones. Like I make art of the shit. Of course I'm like I have a gimmick going on Twitter, and I did like a crossover thing where I said I met a couple of the characters, but it's pretty cool. You should follow me on Twitter, by the way. Uh, and someone else, another good guy named Wyatt Lancer, who you should also follow on Twitter, says, "I think it's the statements where you wish bad things." Hold on a second. Okay, good. They still follow me. Anyways, dude, fuck. Hold on. Gotta find my way back. I really gotta script these fucking videos, man. Uh, uh. Fuck! I'm scrolling back up. I may make a cut depending on how I feel. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut. Cut! Boy. Okay. I found the conversation again. Where was I? Because it took me a minute. It's pretty far up. Let's see. Right past here. Okay. Follow Wyatt Lancer, by the way. I think it's the statements where you wish bad things upon the fandoms that are what they're against, not you generally disliking it. I'll get into that. Like, we go into that down the road. And I say, God, I'm still in character. Golly, am I the only one who has a balanced mindset? Am I wrong for saying that having the concept of a flower on Twitter, not like your show, like you, disturbing? I really need to work on my run on sentences. But basically, am I wrong for saying that it's goofy to let this bother you like for a fucking month? Like, am I wrong for clocking that as being mentally unstable? The answer is no. I stand by all I said about the fandom. They should be skinned and flayed for my entertainment, I said. Also, they only mentioned my opinion on the show. They didn't mention the fandom. And Toby Fox Hater, again, follow them, right? I understand, Flowey. I'm not saying Murder Jones is perfect, far from it, to be honest, but every fandom has its dark side. And I say dark side implies the Murder Jones fandom has a light side. And, he says this, which I disagree with, right? For the Murder Notes fandom, it's more of a dark side and then a dark gray side. At best, it's another loser who's just lusting after the female characters, and at worst, it's everyone releasing exposed docs, and which we'll get into that. That's real fucking ironic. Like everyone in this community is crazy, a piece of shit, and they release docs on anyone who they're mad at. You know, kind of ruins the severity of having a doc made on you. But anyways, characters in the worst everyone released exposed docs, and there's being a new pedophile controversy every single week. That's correct. Or show controversy. Take your pick. And let's look at the problems. Most recently, it's people actually going to war because some people think the main character sucks. It's another thing, they can't seem to respect each other's opinions, Lamau, right? Like how Workerson here just can't accept that I'm not a huge fan. And that fact bugs her for fucking weeks. And he does the whole, well, it's for an indie show, it's pretty good. And I say, no, indie shows can have the best shit we've ever seen. Writing is never a fucking excuse when it comes to an indie show. And I reference Alan Becker's stuff, which you should go watch, by the way. I agree with there's a guy. If a guy can make a bunch of stickmen into deep, well-defined characters live in a deep, fleshed-out world with a good villain, And that proves anyone can write an immaculate story. Murder Jones doesn't have an excuse for being lackluster. And he says, I liked it. And I say, so did I. I won't say it's perfect, but I liked it. Again, I've hung out with two of the people. Again, on like my parody, Flower the Flower crossover Twitter account. I keep saying I hung out with them. And this is basically just code for me saying, like, I made art of the characters. And I'm pretty sure I show it off. And he sees the art in my pinned tweet and says it's pretty fire. Um, and I keep tearing into the community, skipping ahead, skipping ahead. Okay, anyway, Sin needs to let it go. I know that we're all pals and whatnot, but you have to admit that the way she acts around me, not liking the fandom, thinking the show's made is mentally unstable, it should not bug you for weeks, let alone get you to end a friendship because someone doesn't have your taste. Well, actually, I do kind of share the taste. Which, yeah. Uh, oh, here they go. Here goes this piece of shit running her mouth again. I can let go, but you also need to stop being a piece of shit. Yeah, I'm a piece of shit for not liking the show and saying the community needs to be skinned for my entertainment. We'll get into that. But anyways, you made that statement about you wanting us to rot, and what she's referencing is that I'm saying I wanted the Murder Drones community gone by August, and that they need to all be starved out of content and just fucking end the community, right? And of course, she took that personally and remembered it for weeks because I didn't even say that in this conversation. I said that fucking weeks ago, right? But anyways, again, I like the show. The fandom should like I just double down, like joking because I'm being facetious, right? Which is the first time I was able to say that word without stuttering. But you should look up what facetious means. But anyways, it should not bug you. Geez, you know it's bad when I agree with a flower that's almost stole my soul. Uh, yeah. Again, go follow this guy, and that's the last time I plug him. I want it gone by June. The fandom has got to go. I'm sick of them slinging pedophile accusations every week, and they're being a bitch about it. And I'm gonna explain this down the road. Like I'm gonna deconstruct this fucking person, but they're kind of a moron and a piece of shit. But we'll get into that. I don't care if you stayed, quote, with Murder Jones parodies or April Fools and stuff. Everything you do now that involves me that involved me giving me a hard time mentally, especially stuff that involved Murder Jones as a whole. Because if you remember earlier, she said that even me fucking liking her tweets now gives her anxiety, right? I don't know. What a fucking loser. Anyways, most recently they've been tearing each other apart and blocking each other because they realize a lot of people hate the main character. I'm just keeping on going into it. Let me skip ahead. I want to enjoy the fandom currently because art's murdered on parody. Yeah, she wants to enjoy the fandom, and you wished us to rot. You piece of shit. Uh, and I say you can still enjoy the fandom. Like you don't. Do you think that letting a flower's opinion bug you this much is a little deranged? She says, I just said I'm paranoid because of you. It's not about your opinion anymore, even though that's what I've been fucking saying the entire time. It's dot 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 you. Oh my god, you're giving me a hard time enjoying what I like, and I'm gonna get into that. I have to hold back to a point whereas I consider never having a hobby anymore. And I say, fuck, how? Explain how you're paranoid of me. And she says, you judge people. Even in the slightest bit. You judge and piss people off for the sake of a hit tweet. No, I don't. Which is funny because around the time of her mentioning this, first of all, this rings to me as she's slightly jealous because at this time, I've been getting a lot of traction on my account. That's rich. That's really rich. So you piss people off for the sake of getting a hit tweet. Yeah, wrong. I'm getting tired of you, really. So that means that so that makes you not want to have a hobby forevermore. I tell her she's wrong, yada yada. I'm responding what she's saying. You really shouldn't be getting paranoid of anything about anyone on Twitter in any context. Yes, because whenever I started to enjoy something, you started talking shit about it behind my back. Uh, I don't know what the fuck she's on about because she's acting like I do this with like everything she ever fucking you know talks about, right? Like every time she enjoys something, I come, oh, here comes Flowey fucking it up again. Like it's really just this one show, and she says behind my back, it's only ever when she mentions it. Like I don't fucking understand. Like I've said that earlier. It's like it's only ever when she mentions it, then I say that I'm not a fan, that the community's got to go, yada yada, right? Even if it doesn't involve me, by the time I figure out whatever shit you said or done, I started questioning if it's either okay to be in this fandom anymore, or if I really made a good friend. Yeah, you're gonna see this person's like really self assured and kind of a fucking moron. Anyways, you say that I like to do it with everything and not just Murder Jones Lamau, right? And someone's just watching the entire thing, you know. And I'd say, this is no laughing matter. The flowers on the prowl. Everyone lock your doors. If it smells you, breaks into your home, starts dissing the thing you like. And I fucking, look at this. Make this a goofy piece of art. Just to play up how facetious I'm being because I was having fun. Um but anyways, this is another reason why I just don't like you anymore. You never take anything serious. It's because nothing, like, you're not worth taking seriously. Like, you not liking my show makes me want to hate everything forever and not ever have a hobby anymore. Like, you're not worth taking seriously, you dumb fuck. God. Um, and I'm just being dumb. Watch out, everyone! The flower is here. And then I reply to her saying exactly that. Like, see, but nothing about this is serious though. And it's not serious, but you single handedly make it hard to not take this serious. I mean, does that mean is it not a good thing? Like that I'm making you laugh? And someone reacts to that piece of art, that flowery art, you should go follow me on Twitter because I goof around a lot. Um, Someone just reacts to it saying, "Hold on, that's peak," and that flowery looks even more crazy than usual. And I say, "There's nothing to take serious. You're not ever going to accept that I don't. It's just you not ever accepting that I don't like the community. Think about this. I got into Murder Drone fandom because the characters, storyline blender, yada yada. Then I look into one of my Deltarune chat, well, Undertale chat. Let's be honest, and I see you wishing that the exact fandom to rot with everyone inside of it because she can't tell when I'm being completely serious or not because she's a fucking moron. May I ask, will you be pissed that one of your oomps is telling you to kill yourself behind your back because that's your enjoyment? What? Hold on. I didn't remember this part here. I didn't remember reading that part. I did not tell her to kill her. Like, is she saying? Does she think that me? My throat. Does she think that me saying that if you can fandom's gotta rot? Is she mistaking that for like I'm telling her to kill herself behind her back? Can you guys understand now why this person is fucking crazy? Like why they're like completely deranged? Oh my god. Yeah, because I don't like your community. That means I just want you to fucking die. Kill yourself. Anyway, and of course you won't think about it because it's not serious. It's not serious though. And some random fucking person says, get the fuck out of this group chat." Um, I assume they're being facetious, like they're just being unserious. So, just playing up the fact that I don't like the community. I don't know. And they also they can't fucking tell because they're an idiot. I'm gonna stop saying that because it's played out. That dude wished the fandom to rot. By the way, yeah, you said don't like the community. It's not equal to wishing it to rot. I've been saying this for 100 times. I'm just so tired. And I say I maintain yada yada. Then good for you, but learn to be in someone else's shoes. You keep ignoring the fact that the issue lies with you being really, really mentally frayed. You used to be in other people's shoes and actually smart about. I mean, not really. Like I've always been the same like unserious asshole here on Twitter. Well, not an asshole. I don't make pride out of being an asshole. I'm not an asshole unless it's someone like this who deserves it. And I'll touch on that near the end of the video. You used to be in other people's shoes and actually smart around you. Now you're just this. And you keep ignoring the fact that the issue also lies with you being extremely annoyed and always annoying and always trying to rage bait other people into useless drama. I don't do shit. It's only when you bring it up. You dumb fuck. But anyways, no. This isn't an empathy issue. I know what it's like to be in your shoes, and they're like remembering that I'm a flowery parody account on Twitter, and they're being this is their attempt at being like sarcastic or whatever. Uh, and I say, where's the other guy who was supporting me earlier? Is he still ingesting popcorn? I misgender him accidentally. Um, we settle it real quick because this person isn't as fucked up as as this stupid moron over here. I mean, you guys can read it. I'm skipping ahead. I may as well scroll up and fucking read it. They're such a bitch. I'm sorry. The name is Solver Worker Sin on fucking Twitter, so you should go tell him Flowey said hello. I don't care if they're making a doc on me, and I'm gonna get into that too. I keep joking around, being unserious, yada yada. I just had to receive here saying the Phantom gone, and they think they like have me, you know. Hold on, you know what? No. Anyway, they think that they like have me on the ropes or something. Like I have the receipt here of saying you want the Phantom gone. He's a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'll rephrase. I kept the one-sided argument fun. Yeah, you may dislike the community, but it doesn't give you the right to wish death upon it and everyone else inside of it. And I'm like, because this is the moment I realize that this person's being serious, right? This is the moment I realize that like they genuinely think that I'm actually wishing death on a bunch of fucking annoying children in a bad community because I don't like them. Like, it doesn't give you the right to wish death. This person is one of those like fucking hero, like those keyboard warriors, right? Like one of those. I'm not gonna let that slide. You took it too far. I'm, like they think they're upholding justice and being fair and all that, but they're really just being a fucking moron who gets upset at everything, right? Like it doesn't give you the right to wish death. Shut up. This is because they said they all need to be skinned. Is this because I said they all need to be skinned for my entertainment? And uh, I don't get how you're like this. I trail off the conversation. Birdley's kind of a loser though. They were acting like a moron in this. What did I just do? Oh God, fuck! I need to go back up. It won't take as long. It won't take as long though. Oh my god. They say so much more. Fuck, dude. Oh yeah. Okay, I skipped past this shit, right? Let's see. Need to take your word for being good or using it. Skipping to meaningless conversation. Anyways, in all honesty, someone needs to tell Sin that people can have differing opinions, and that's okay. When I say the issue here boils down to that, it's no exaggeration. Maybe you learn to keep a certain thing to yourself. Get off my back, you bitch. Like, anyways. However, wishing for death in a community of a normal show, it's a bad show, is not an opinion that is good. It's a solid opinion. Wait, that's not an opinion. That's facts, and I'm pretty sure he wanted to rephrase that. Everyone in this fucking chat is so autistic. I can't. Not even like autistic in like any good way. They just can't. No, hold on. They're not like autistic. They're just fucking morons, right? Can't say that word. They're morons. Okay. Like they can't use context clues to tell whether or not I'm being serious. This is my longest video yet, by the way. I can't believe that. Think I'm wishing. Do you two actually think I'm wishing? I'm gonna skip. Like I'm gonna blitz through the rest of this so I can get on with it. Do you two think that I'm wishing death on these people? Like, and it's like you're trying to gatekeep someone from having a hobby, and they keep doing this. They keep trying to fucking say that I'm like preventing them from enjoying anything ever, and it's like, no, I've already been over it. They just don't listen. They don't fucking listen. I was fucking around before now, but I think I'm starting to think you two think that. Like I'm overplaying my hatred for that pack of losers. I can assume this is the point where you drop the lore pack and actually look what you said and think about it for a second, then give me your response to your own question. Um, and I say, no, this is the moment I realized you were fucking serious. And I say, I'm fucking serious this entire time. Oh my god, that's not a good thing. And these two are kind of idiots. I'm sorry. The fact that you actually thought I was wishing death on thousands of kids for being annoying is an intellectual failing on your part. They still think you're just trying to gatekeep. I still feel like trying to gatekeep someone by not liking their show, and it's like, It's because you were insisting you were right. No, by wishing the fandom gone. But, like, I'm gatekeeping them by wishing the fandom rot, as I said. Fucking moron. They spaz out. That's because I couldn't genuinely think you both thought that, facetious means. And this is how you spell it, by the way, if you were going to go look it up. It's not even that anymore. It's the way you want everyone gone by May. Literally gatekeep someone for wanting to join that fandom. That's true, actually. By gone, I meant, like, no more. Like, there would be nobody left who liked the show. Like, all the people who liked the show went on to do other things. Not fucking dead. That's literally the same way of saying, yep, it's death to the fandom in another way. It's just so they're going to start, like, trying to say that it's basically the same thing, and they're wrong. I recently joined, and you wish no one is there to say the same enjoyment. And they think it's about them. Like, that I'm not hating the entire community. They think that I'm just hating them joining the community or something. I don't know. I gotta admit, I'm running out of energy. Like, I need to get on with the video. That part's true. The entire fandom's got to go, and they call me a narcissist, and they're not fucking using that term in like yada yada. Um, why do you let the fact that I think that ruin the entire thing for you though? Like, I think the community sucks. I literally just faced above, and that apparently where in there does it explain why you let my thoughts bug you like that? You're just recapping how it feels to you, but doesn't explain why. Really think about this topic if you must. I'm so curious on why it bugs you for a month to the point where you got to bring it up out of nowhere like you did today. You said you understand. Oh my god, I'm not reading all that. The flaw in the keep saying the fandom had bad. There's nothing like on it. And they also do that thing that Murder Drones fans like to do, where they just deflect onto something else that nobody was talking about, and ignore other people. And I gotta unload my shit before I went on blocking you. Fucking moron. They do have me blocked, but that won't stop me from rage baiting them, because fuck them, and I want them to suffer, because they actually got me kicked out of this group chat. They complained to upper management, and of course they phrased it in the worst way they possibly could. They got me kicked out of the fucking group chat for this. And you can say, oh, you went too far. No, I didn't. If you remember, they started the entire fucking thing. But anyways, and when did I say that I want you specifically to not enjoy anything? And when did I say that you need to not enjoy anything, right? And here comes someone else doing the fence sitter shit, like the, oh, you're both in the wrong. Yeah, they started it and were being a dick, but like you engaged them, so you're wrong. Which I guess I could have just shut the fuck up, but that's really not my prerogative. Like, it's not my job to be the bigger person. When someone has some shit to say to me, I'm gonna carry it to term. Like, I'm gonna like argue it through until I run out of energy, I guess. But anyway, all these other fucking morons come in. Yada yada. Actually, that's just the end of the entire thing. That's the end of the conversation. We're done. But yeah, this stupid bitch actually got me banned from this group chat. As you can see here, you can no longer send messages in group because you were removed from the group. They complained behind my back. Um, yeah, this is good art. Anyways, they complained behind my back and got me banned to upper management because did you see if I deserve being in here or whatever? Fucking loser. Oh, here we go. Yeah, she's trying to get the owner of the chat, Clover, which I have mixed feelings about. I don't even really like him, to be honest. Like, I don't know. Anyway, she's trying to get him to check DMs, and so and this is also pathetic. They have an entire drive on me. And this is when I start to move on. They have an entire document that they've been forming on me for a while now. Hold on, let me stop. Hold on. Okay, I had to stop for a brief moment because Clipchamp only lets you record for 30 minutes for free, and it was nearing the end, and I didn't want to have this shit cut off because it's my longest video yet. What was I saying, man? Oh yeah, they went and got me kicked out the fucking community, and I want Clover to take a look at it all and see if Flower deserves to stay in here. So I just know that they went they took everything, they put it in a fucking document. All because I didn't like their stupid fucking show. All because I said that they deserve to rot, and among other things, like, need to be skinned, and a bunch of goofy shit like that. And they're too stupid to tell that I'm not being completely serious when I say that. And so, like, they probably went to Clover, and, the owner of this fucking chat, and they, well, you can't see my screen anymore, and they fucking complained to him. Yeah. And they got a mutual to block me. Like, they got one of my, like, followers and mutuals on Twitter, meaning I follow them too, to fucking block me. They went to them, again, off screen, I guess, behind my back, complained to them, and they went and blocked me, right? Which is weird, because I haven't, like, they're not even involved in the situation outside of just being in the Murder Drones community, right? Which also makes my respect for, like, this fucking community go down even more. Because we can just be mute. Because I was mutuals with this person, who I won't list off, for a while. And they just blocked me without even trying to, like, see my side or, like, think or anything. Which annoys me. That annoys me so much. Because when I use logic and reason, because honestly, this sort of shit, where trouble gets stirred up in a group chat, and I, like, carry the argument to term, and I whoop someone's ass in an argument, but everyone hates me more because I was mean, even though they started the entire thing. That has happened to me a lot over, like, my time, I guess, right? So it's so fucking annoying, because when I use screenshots, logic, and reasoning to show that someone's a piece of shit, then everyone wants to do the fence-sitting, yeah, I don't know, yeah, they make excuses for him, I'm not actually going to do anything about it, right? And it's kind of what's happening here. But then when someone can just complain about me, and fucking... and I know she went and blew it out of proportion. She went and told my pal, my mutual, that I wanted everyone dead forever and that I'm a piece of shit. She went and blew it up, and my mutual just fucking believed it and blocked me. And it was kind of unpleasant. It got to me just a little bit. It pissed me off from the sheer, like, insolence of it. Because, I mean, me and this mutual didn't even talk, right? Like, but, like, I don't know. It takes nothing for him to believe I'm a piece of shit. Some lunatic fuck raving in their face about, about how terrible I am or whatever. Anyway. And so I'm out of the group chat. And that brings me to the end of this video. I'm going to put their ad on screen because fuck them. I'm sorry, I don't care about harassment or who's the bigger person. I am out of patience for this crap happening to me. But anyways, I'm going to put their ad on screen, and I need you guys to very carefully go to them and don't, like, give them death threats. Don't be fucking weird to them. But I need, like, all three of you who are going to do this to go over there and say, like, the show is lackluster, right? The show is mid. And you have to use the words lackluster and mid just so that they know that I'm still haunting them. Because fuck this person. Oh my god, what do I even title this video? Dude, I don't know. But yeah, fuck this person. Fuck everything they stand for. Fuck their community. And, go follow all the people that I said something, like all the good people that I said something about throughout the video. And you should follow me, and I'm going to put my own @ on the screen right now. But go rage bait this person for me, because I can't, because they fucking blocked me for not liking their show. Oh, actually, I actually tried to rage bait them today. I actually tried to do this again today, and I tried to get a bunch of my followers to what the hell? I'm seeing some shit on Twitter. Anyways, what was I saying? I don't know, I might just close out the video. Oh yeah, I was trying to rage bait them. I tried to make a call to action. I'm gonna screenshot that shit. And they immediately knew who I was and what I was doing, and I had to stop. But I'm not gonna stop now, because fuck this person. But anyways, I need to end this video. It's already too long. This is a lengthy video of me just talking. I hope you enjoy it. Maybe put it on in the background or something. I don't know. Anyways, that's really all I have to say.